I was wondering if anybody else was trying to grow barley seed. I've been doing this for about 2 months. A lot of advice from people off the internet, things I've read. But I really enjoyed growing barley seed for my cows and baby calves. It takes me about 30 minutes a night to do 3 sets of trays, 3 sets of 6. I grow for 6 days. I grow from seed to about 8 inches of total of mat and grass in 6 days. Living in North Georgia, I found the key to growing barley is to have humidity, which is the top number, below 70%, and temperature around 61 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect. Anything below 70 and as low as 50 works great. It's also good to have a circulating fan. This runs continuously. I keep my lights on for about 16 hours a day, and I'm having good luck with this system. But the key is keeping the humidity below 70% and the temperature between 70 and 50 degrees. I only soak my seed for about an hour, hour and a half. I've had best results with that. I have one bucket which is full of holes. These are buckets from Lowe's. I think they're 2-gallon buckets. I soak it for about 2 hours. I drain the water out. Then I'll set that into a 5-gallon bucket and just stack them up and let them sit for 12 hours. After 12 hours, I just get them wet again. Oh, not more than for just a minute. Just get them wet, drain them, put them back in the bucket. 24 hours later, then I pour them out into the trays. But I've had best results for only soaking about an hour, hour and a half, and that's using organic barley. And I have organic barley for sale if anybody needs it. This is my flood and waste system. If you can see through all the wires and all. It's a 5-gallon bucket there. It has water running into it from city water with a float valve. Keeps it about 3 inches below the top. Then there's a pump set on a timer. The timer runs for 8 minutes, 3 times a day, spaced out evenly. And it runs in the top of the trays. It runs in here, and then each tray is tilted a 1/2 inch to the right and to the left with drain holes, of course, in every other end. And the water falls all the way to the bottom into the last tray, and then runs into the back here into a gutter. The gutter is attached to a 1.5 inch pipe and actually runs outside the wall there. But I've had best luck with the flood and drain system, and I give thanks to Paca Pride, a gentleman that grows alpacas in Granite Falls, Washington. I first tried to grow my barley by reusing the water, recycling it, but it got foamy. Had to empty it out every 2 or 3 days. Really a headache. But after I went ahead and put a hole in the wall and attached the city water system, this works so much better. I've always got clean water. I don't have to do anything but just soak my seed, put it in the trays, and harvest 6 days later. I have grow lights. These are just Lowe's lights, 4-foot lights. There's 2 bulbs in each one, and I put a set of 2 on each side of my racks. So far I've got 3 rows going. Hope to buy another set of trays and fill this one up. And I make these racks myself, but probably more economical would be to make them out of 2x4s and 2x2 treated lumber. I'll show you a couple of trays and just give you a couple of hints. The best thing I found, if a cow or animal won't eat the fodder, most of mine did right off the bat. If they won't eat the fodder, what you do is you turn the tray over, or turn the seed mat over, and rinse the seeds off, the bottom of the root growth. If you'll rinse that off, I don't know why, but maybe it has an off taste, just a few animals. But after I rinsed it off and gave it to the animals that would not eat it at first, they took to it very readily. And then after 3 or 4 days, I didn't have to rinse it anymore. They all ate it, but most all the cows ate it except one. But when I did the rinsing the root off, giving it to her, she did just fine.